At the Met Park Sports Center, we bring you the finals of the 25 under division in the National Developmental Sports League Basketball Series 2025. It will be between the St. Clair College of Caloocan Saints going up against the San Beda University Red Lions. My name is Joel Parcon alongside my partner Kyle Sanchez. Kyle, good morning to you. What are your expectations for this finals ball game?
Well, in their last matchup, St. Clair got the better of the Red Lions. So obviously, San Beda trying to get some revenge here. And what better way than to get this championship for the inaugural season of the NDSL 25 and under. Of course, St. Clair having almost complete lineup, missing one of their key players in Desabel, who got injured in the previous game. So I'm looking for some adjustments here from their previous matchup, particularly the Red Lions. They need to tighten up their defense, especially from the perimeter. They gave up a lot of crucial three-pointers to St. Clair in that previous matchup, and that allowed St. Clair to have a cushion, which they never looked back from.
And we have an additional report from the third member of our panel, Daniel Aguardia. Daniel, how are things going over there?
Thank you so much, Joel and Cal. Things are really about to get heated up for our 25 under finals, with both teams having their own version of the champion culture. For champion coach Gino Manansala, it's important that players follow the system and to follow what they're told, because he knows that it might not turn out to be the smoothest game. They will get what they are aiming for. It's the finals where anything can happen. Coach Gino just reminds the team to just play and enjoy the game. Meanwhile, for the Red Lions, young coach Andre Santos said they prepared the team well enough to know the mistakes made and the things they did well. And now the challenge for them is, will they be able to make the necessary adjustments? Adding to that, their starting point guard Daniel Marcelo will not be here due to personal commitments, and Aldo Sorculas, who is currently in Qatar for the FIBA Under 23 3x3. Let's see how these teams will challenge each other for the title. Here's the venue announcer to start the ball game.
Sports Center in Pasay City. This is our final game for this series for the 25 under finals of the National Developmental Sports League. Match of Metro featuring College Caloocan Saints and San Beda University Red Lions. Now let's meet all the players first. St. Clair College Saints. Double zero, Justin Bautista. Number 3, Clint Manzano. Number 5, Joshua Talavera. Number 6, Moses Bandidia. Number 7, Don Bordrazo. Number 8, Francois de la Cruz. Number 15, Drake Acosta. Number 18, J.B. Lim. Number 19, Luis Flores. Number 20, Ian Dumangkas. Number 22, Aljan Loyola. Number 24, Joko Borcelo. Number 25, Angelo Ibanez. Number 29, Andrex Magno. Number 30, Mark Garcia. Number 62, Kaiser Peña. Number 63, Andre Pabello. Number 64, Kurt Villamor. Number 77, Lex Gazian. And number 91, Mark Soriano. And now let's meet all the players for San Beda Red Lions. Number 2, Miles Coldona. Number 3, Jaya Kalimag. Number 4, Carl Hamora. Number 6, Daniel Marcelo. Number 8, JC Bonsalida. Number 17, Kevin Peregrina. Number 18, MJ Vailoses. Number 20, Inigo Torres. Number 22, J.E. Lopez. Number 23, Dom Zaringumba. Number 29, Cyrus Mina. Number 30, Ronde Tolentino. Number 35, Randall Medroso. Number 36, Lawrence Hawkins. And number 77, Alo J. Alioso. All players, please proceed to the center court for traditional sportsmanship handshake. And now there's the starters. First, for St. Clair Garden Saints. At center number 5, Joshua Talavera. Point guard number 22, Alijan Loyola. Shooting guard number 25, Angelo Ibanez. Small forward number 15, Drake Acosta. And power forward number 3, Clint Manzano. Head coach for St. Clair is Junino Manansala. It's number 6, Moses Mandiria. Head coach for St. Clair is Junino Manansala, assisted by Jerick Bailen. Team consultant is Jimmy Manansala. And now the starters for San Beda Red Lions. At center number 26, Lawrence Hawkins. Point guard number 4, Kyle Hamada. Shooting guard number 22, Joey Lopez. Small forward number 23, Dom Sarigumba. And power forward number 8, JZ Bonsalida. Head coach for San Beda is Andre Santos. All officials, crew chief, Gomer Urbina. Umpire 1, Elmer Magnaya. Umpire 2, Patrick Amargante.
And we've got our starting lineups for both teams. For St. Clair, you've got Loyola, Ibanez, Acosta, Manzano, and Mandiria. Meanwhile, for San Beda, it's Hamora, Lopez, Sarigumba, Gonzalida, and Hawkins. And Mandiria and Hawkins will jump it up. The St. Clair Saints doing the custom where no one is sitting down until one of their teammates makes a basket. Meanwhile, San Beda, they're all already seated.
Yes. Confident that they'll be able to score in this game as St. Clair gets the first possession.
Here's Manzano against Bonzalida. This is a matchup that we enjoyed watching in their previous game. Miss from the corner by Ibanez. Here's Hamora. He had a good game in their semifinals yesterday.
Kyle Hamora together with Lawrence Hawkins, also member of the Gilas under-23 FIBA 3x3 team, probably relegated to the reserves, which is why they're here and not in Qatar right now.
That's where Aldo Storculas is, as earlier reported by Daniel. Here's Mandiria, bodied up by Hawkins. The pass was intended for Mandiria. It finds its way to Acosta. Acosta, the layup is up. It's blocked by Sarigumba.
And Sarigumba has shown that elevation in athleticism here in his first tournament in the Philippines, since coming to the Philippines, making a name for himself.
And here are the Red Lions. Lopez loses the ball, but it will stay with the red shirts. It's interesting to me that in our two games in the finals here, neither team actually has a light jersey.
Oh, yes.
Even in the first game,
Oh,
it
that's
was
right.
red versus maroon. This time it's blue versus red.
Good thing they're not donning similar colors.
And nothing going for San Beda on that offensive set, so ball goes back to the Saints. Loyola not using the screen of Mandiria. Takes it to the corner, Ibanez for three. Yes, sir!
Drawing first blood here. Almost 2 minutes have transpired already, and the Red Lions still scoreless.
Offense will be necessary, of course, as with any basketball game. But they'll need to get it, a lot of it, as Zairos Mina checks into the game for Lopez.
J.E. Lopez hasn't shot well in their last two games.
Here's Hamora, gets a screen from Hawkins. Kicks it out, Mina, this is what he's in there for, but it's off the back iron.
And better still scoreless. 7 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock.
Loyola. He is the primary point guard. He has been the primary point guard for the Saints here in this tournament. Free for a second was Acosta. He goes inside, drops it off to Mandiria, but it is stolen by Sarigumba. Sarigumba on the attack, no good. Gets the offensive rebound, hangs in the air and gets the basket.
What hang time there coming from James Dom Sarigumba. Thought that was James Reed for a second.
This kid does have, it does look a little bit like James Reed. Here's Acosta. Goes up for the jumper, off. Rebound, finds its way to Sarigumba. And yeah, Hawkins, he has been tying and retying that foot after he fell on the floor earlier. Might be experiencing some pain there, but not in that layup.
Luckily, he was able to run back on offense and immediately good pass to the cutting Hawkins. He's trying to body up on the FSA of St. Clair.
Letting him feel a body on him, not making it comfortable for Mo Mandiria. Loyola on the attack. He's fouled and the basket will count.
Hamora needs to limit the dribble penetration of Loyola. Loyola is very good at attacking those gaps. And instead of dishing off to a teammate, this time he was able to finish the play himself, plus the foul.
So a bonus shot for Loyola. As new players in for San Beda, Alioso and Tolentino checking into the game. Bonus free throw does not go, but Moses Mandiria just plucking that ball from above Hawkins.
And if you're Lawrence Hawkins, your #1 priority should be to keep Mandiria off the glass, whether defensive or offensive rebounds. You should put a body on him and push him away, as far away from the basket as possible.
Mandiria, however, does not get the bonus free throw. Alioso being harassed. Tolentino back to Mina. Backdoor play, but the pass was a little too low for Sarigumba. Score is 7-4, 3-point lead for the St. Clair Saints. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Now the Red Lions in a full court man-to-man, but Loyola easily breaking that press.
By his lonesome, getting to the basket there with the layup. It's now 5-point lead for the St. Clair Saints as we take another look at what transpired. Loyola getting that layup and getting the score. We'll be back.
The St. Clair Saints are also in the process of building their team after a lot of their players have graduated. For Coach Gino Manansala, he has been closely watching the bad habits that players may form, such as useless fouls, unnecessary passes, and more, because now in the finals, he only hopes to translate good habits to help them win. With almost half of the team coming from the bench or residency, Coach Gino says it's essential they get proper guidance, which is why the coaches always prepare them for in-game situations. And for champion Coach Gino, he will never get tired of teaching and helping these players grow. Joel and Kyle?
And thank you for that report, Daniel. And it is always important to develop these good habits through proper guidance. And I think that if there's anyone who can provide that, it is the head coach of the 7-peat St. Clair Saints.
That's right. Both of these teams have a proud basketball tradition, and for Coach Janino Manansala, he's using these off-season leagues to develop good habits in his players. Of course, come the NAASCU time and the NCAA for San Beda, respectively, they would hope to have polished those good habits by that time.
And a review has been requested by Coach Ginino on that last play. Score is 9-4. 5-point lead for the Saints with less than 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And they're trying to determine whether or not that ball was touched last by Mandiria or by a Red Lion as it was going on its way out, as that was a miscue by Alioso and Hawkins.
And it will be an unsuccessful challenge.
10 seconds shot clock. 10 seconds to shoot.
So ball will stay with the Red Lions. Sarigumba triggering the inbound. And you can just see Moses Mandire just holding his hands up almost at the rim already.
Doesn't really need to jump much if he wants to dunk the ball.
Mina at the corner for three. Yes, sir.
That's his specialty. He is a 3-and-D player. Speaking of Mina, you can really rely on him to take those outside shots.
As Loyola is bringing down the ball. Gets it to Manzano. This time he's got Tolentino in front of him. Pass was tipped and it will stay blue.
8 seconds shot clock. 8 seconds to shoot.
This is going to be a defensive battle between both of these teams. Low scoring game so far, only 7-9. Already past the halfway mark of the first quarter.
Loyola triggering the inbound.
5 seconds.
And Alioso asking the referee to call the 5-second violation.
A good call there and good defense by the Red Lions not to allow the inbound from the sideline.
And shuffling of players for Coach Ginino. Bohorcelo, Gazingan, and that is Bautista checking into the ball game.
Borcelo didn't see action in their last meeting, but we all know that he can also be an offensive threat out there. Shout out to Nicole Lim, one of our courtside reporters.
One of our friends. As here's Borcelo gets it over to Manzano for the easy basket.
And Manzano, one of the mainstays of Coach Janino's championship squad, really one of the leaders for his team.
Here's Tolentino with a short jumper and that goes in. Curiously absent on the floor for now is JB Lim. He has not checked in yet.
Oh yes, that's why it was Loyola who was the starting point guard.
Manzano dribbles it off of his foot. Alioso will run to the races for this easy layup.
And now we're tied up once again, 11 apiece. No team fouls yet for St. Clair, 2 team fouls for San Beda.
Borcelo asking for horns. Well, it's just a different kind of horns. As Gazingan, sorry, that's Mina on the floor.
26. All players please proceed to the shaded area.
We'll need to check something. If there was any extracurricular activity between the two shooters, Gazingan and Mina.
Mina was trying to deny the ball from Gazinga. Not really sure what happened after that, as we saw Mina crumble to the floor here. Our officials, of course, wanting to make sure that they get the correct call. This is an important game after all, but Mina seems to be okay. And now we're just waiting for the final verdict from our game officials.
Shout out to the emergency response team member here in Met Park Sports Center. As soon as Mina went down on the floor, he immediately came in, and they have been quick to respond to anything that happens to our players on the floor. They were the ones who helped with Leonard Decibel when he went down, and then a couple of earlier games, whenever one of our players, whether it's sprained ankle, just so as long as they see them on the floor, they immediately come out. So shout out to the ERT here in Met Park Sports Center.
Oh yes, one of course, some of the unsung heroes in sporting events. Whenever someone gets hurt, they are quick on their feet. Maybe they can take a look at my arthritis while they're at it.
There was even one point where, as soon as one of the players went down, a stretcher was immediately brought out
Yes,
when it was only a sprained ankle.
a bit of an overreaction, but I guess they want to be safe than sorry.
As our technical committee is still checking, Commissioner Joel Ngo and the referees trying to see if anything untoward happened.
And they're taking longer than usual to come up with their with a verdict here, seeing as it's quite unclear whether or not Gazingan extended that elbow to Mina's neck, I believe, but looks like they finally made up their minds.
It seemed as if there was an initial pushing between the two of them, and then they were pushing at each other. So after the review, oh, it's an unsportsmanlike foul called on Lex Gazingan. So it will be 2 free throws for Zyros Mina.
Ladies and gentlemen, upon review, it is a sportsmanlike foul on Sinclair on number 72.
77. He's number 77, not 72.
Foul on number 36 of San Number Sockets. First Brazil, and then a sportsmanlike foul on Sinclair.
So Lex Gazingan will be assessed an unsportsmanlike foul.
Line number 77, Lex Gazingan.
Zyros Mina
19-2,
shoot 2 free throws.
Lex Gazingan needs to sit on the bench for 3 playing minutes.
And Lex Gazingan had a tremendous ball game in their last matchup, really lighting it up from deep, hitting some awkward jumpers, but everything was falling for him in against the Red Lions during a couple of days ago only.
Yeah.
So this might throw off his rhythm a little bit since he's going to sit for the next 3 minutes of action.
Let's take another look. It's on the left side. So there was already some pushing and shoving. And then he extended
His forearm, yes, his elbow and his forearm.
made contact with the neck of Zyros Mina. Speaking of rhythm, so a 3-on-1 corner, those 2 free throws, and now a 3 on the other corner. Zyros Mina is heating up.
8 points already, and we're only in the first quarter.
Here's Manzano. Gets it to Ibanez. This is another shooting option for St. Clair. His shot is wild, goes out of bounds, and will go back to the red shirts. Rick Acosta checking into the game.
JB Lim seeing action for the first time as well.
Coach Ginino recognizing that they need him now. Puldora thought about the 3 but goes inside. They kick it back out. Tolentino for 3. No.
And the presence of Mandiria have been bothering the Red Lions every time they attack the basket.
Here's Lim. He will draw a foul from Mina.
That's the correct call. Mina not in good defensive position there, and that's already the Red Lions' 4th team foul.
He was impeding the progress of JB Lim, of the offensive player.
MJ Vailos is checking in for the first time as well.
As a timeout is called on the floor, it's a 4-point lead for the San Beda Red Lions. We'll be back. As you take a look at the St. Clair Saints, the 7-peat champions of Naasku. And they're with us here. They have also remained unbeaten in the NDSL.
Oh yes, they were the only remaining unbeaten team at the end of the elimination round. And I would like to see how the absence of Desabel will affect their team today.
Speaking of absences, so you also have notable absences on San Beda's side. Daniel Marcelo, who had a good game yesterday.
He is on his way home to Canada right now to be with his family, but luckily for Coach Andre, you have a lot of guards to try and make up for the absence of Daniel Marcelo.
One of whom is this guy, Alioso. Alioso gets the ball right back. Pull up for three. Off the front iron. Rebound goes to Bohorcelo. Here's Bautista. Drives right. Layups up. No good. Alioso comes up with a loose ball. Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. They're up by 4. Tolentino will post up against Acosta. That ball is stolen by JB Lim, and that's an unsportsmanlike foul, but as a take foul, a transition take foul version.
But didn't seem like Aliosa was going for the ball there, just try to grab onto JB Lim. That's why an unsportsmanlike foul was called on the floor. Our officials taking a look at it once again just to make sure that they got it right. But that pass by Tolentino easily telegraphed by JB Lim.
So they are checking it out right now.
JB Lim, former UST Tiger Cub, and then last season was under the wing of Aaron Estacio and Ryan Sua. Learned from his veterans, and now he's going to be the main point guard for the Saints for their upcoming seasons.
For this tournament, he is averaging 4.7 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. So an all-around performance for JB Lim. So the number 77 of San Beda is also issued an unsportsmanlike foul. Just like Lex Gazingan from St. Clair, who also wears number 77. Lim is off on the first free throw.
JB Lim didn't have that much time to warm up since he arrived a bit late to our game venue.
Probably why he was inserted into the ballgame later also.
The Red Lions dodging a bullet there as Lim missed both his free throws. Ball possession stays with the Saints.
And Bautista receives the inbound pass. Up against Kuldora. Shot is up and in.
Good defense by Kuldora, but better offense by Bautista, finding a way to hit nothing but net on that shot.
Here's Bailoses. They swing it around. Tolentino. Torres gets it. Bailoses will pull up from the free throw line. Off to the left. Offensive rebound, but no good for Kuldora. Torres, he's fouled by Mandiria.
And the bigs of the Red Lions need to be more physical with Mandiria. Of course, Mandiria has the height and the length advantage. So they have to try and be extra physical with him. Not dirty, but just let themselves be felt as well inside the paint.
Let Moses know that. Let Moses feel the bodies, basically. Nothing going on the free throws by Torres. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Bohorcelo. Crossover. Goes on the attack. Layup is up. No good. Bailoses pitches it ahead, but that is it for the first quarter. The score is 15-13, 2-point lead for the San Beda University Red Lions over the St. Clair College Saints. We'll be back for the second quarter. And you're still watching the NDSL 25 under division finals here at the Met Park Sports Center. Joel Parcon and Kyle Sanchez on the call alongside the third member of our panel, Daniel LaGuardia. At the end of one quarter, it was a 2-point lead. It is a 2-point lead for the San Beda Red Lions as the St. Clair Saints have kept in step.
Second quarter.
Uldora triggering the inbound. Amora being harassed by J.D. Lim. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Bonzalida for 3. Too strong.
I credit JB Lim for disrupting the offense there, simply not allowing Amora to get a clean look at who to pass to.
As Bautista underneath, misses. Rebound goes to Bonzalida. Here's Amora. He will attack, kicking it out. A little awkward on the pass. Quick reset. Gets a screen from Torres. Amora pulls up. Too strong.
Not a good offensive possession here for the Red Lions. I don't really see anyone on their lineup on the floor right now who can create their own shot. Maybe Bailoses or Cultura.
And here is Mandiria. Goes up for the shot. Nothing going. Bailoses tracks the loose ball. Here are the Red Lions. Torres, they swing it around. Bailoses up against Gazingan. Torres underneath. Nice pass to Bonzalida.
Could have taken that mid-range jumper, but saw Bonzalida open down in the paint. And Mandiria was just a little late to block that shot.
So it is a 4-point lead for the Red Lions as JB Lim goes up for the shot and it goes in.
And JB Lim is good at attacking those gaps. Found a way to make that drop, even with the defense all over him.
Here are the Red Lions once again. Amora kicks it out. Bonzalida asking Bailoses to come and swing by. Bailoses the layup. That is blocked by Mandiria. Lim gets a screen from Manzano. Trying to maneuver through the defense. Asking for another screen, this time from Mandiria. Gets it to the big man underneath. And foul will be called on a red shirt. Torres called for the foul. Starting Umba and Hawkins check in for Torres and Culdora.
Mandiria normally shoots well from the free throw line. Just a bit short on this first one.
And second one is up and in for Moses Mandiria. Cuts that lead down to 1. Hamora doesn't use the Hawkins screen. Spins, shoots, no.
That's not really Hamora's shot. He's more of good at attacking the basket and hitting those layups or creating for his teammates. But the stagnancy of their offense right now has forced him to take those awkward looks.
Oh, that ball slips through the hands of JB Lim. Hamora on the attack once again. And whistle is blown. Hamora saying that he should be taking 2 free throws. He only probably wanted to do that in order for him not to get subbed out yet.
Oh yes, he already saw Alyoso at the official table about to check in. Alyoso, who was assessed with an unsportsmanlike foul earlier, now back seeing action. I think for St. Clair, Gazingan is also in already.
And here's Alyoso up against Loyola. Kicking it out. Bonzalida for 3. That goes around the rim and out. But it will stay with San Beda with 14 seconds on their shot clock. Here's Sarigumba. Alyoso with the ball. Gets it to Vailoses. He will try from 3. Yes, sir!
I would like to see Vailoses be a bit more assertive on offense. Yes, he is a rookie, but he has shown the ability to create his own shot, especially when he was the main guy for their high school team.
So this can be a means for him to get that confidence and to get that confidence from his teammates as he picks up that loose ball once again. Gives it up to Bonzalida. The shot is up and in. And as he was going down to the floor, he had enough time to pull off a flex.
Wasting no time, JC Bonzalida. Good pass here by Vailoses, seeing the defender, particularly Manzano, committing to him. Saw that Bonzalida was diving to the basket. JC Bonzalida, former Adamson Baby Falcon, now with the Red Lions.
Makes good on the and one play, extending that lead to 7, 23-16 with 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Acosta up against Bonzalida. Gives it up to Manzano. Going around the screen is Gazingan. Step through. Jumper is up and in.
And, I was questioning earlier whether that unsportsmanlike foul would throw Gazingan off his timing, but I guess not.
And just made his first shot as Sarigumba misses from the corner. Here's Loyola. Pulls it back out. Talavera with the ball up top. Gazingan from 25 feet off the back iron. Skying for the rebound is Dom Sarigumba. Being harassed by 2 blue shirts. They swing it around. The look was there from Bonzalida, but there was a bit of hesitation in getting that ball to Hawkins. As a timeout is called on the floor, 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go here in the second quarter. We'll be back.
The San Beda Red Lions have reviewed their game against St. Clair in the eliminations, and Coach Andre Santos said, "We could have been in the game and it's not far-fetched to win against the Saints. It's been a revelation of the good and the bad, but focusing on the present and letting go of the bad, they will continue to make the necessary adjustments to what the Saints bring up and translate it into a win." Now, one of the challenges in this league is how fast-paced it has been. This is the team's 4th game in 4 days, but Coach Andre says it's been great and has helped build the team. Now he only hopes to see the effect in the near future. Joel and Kyle?
Thank you for that report, Daniel Aguardia. So it's important to have mindfulness in this tournament. You have to focus on the present, not live in the past. And 16 seconds on the shot clock for the Red Lions underneath. Hawkins wants to take it against Talavera, but he has to give it up, and it's picked off. Manzano up against 3 red shirts, loses the ball to the baseline, and it will go back to San Beda. San Beda currently enjoying a 5-point lead. They are going through their sets, but it is at a breakneck speed. It's not the deliberate half-court set. They're running towards their spots. As Jojo Borcelo checks back into the game.
And I think that pace would work in their favor as well. And I'm sure this part of the adjustments for Coach Andre, seeing as they did lose by 13 points in their previous matchup with St. Clair.
As Tolentino hits a 3 from 45, increases that lead to 8. Borcelo calling out the play. You want to get it inside. It's Acosta. Kick out to the wing. Gazingan for 3. No. Sarigumba tipping it to Alioso. Alioso. He will pull up and he will get the free throw jumper. The offense of the Red Lions is in full swing.
Oh yes, they've been much more deliberate with their movements here in the second quarter.
They now have a 10-point lead, 28-18, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second quarter.
That's only the second team foul for the Red Lions.
As the timeout is called on the floor, 28-18 in favor of the Red Lions with 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the second quarter. We'll be back. And there's 14 seconds on the shot clock for the St. Clair Saints. They're down by 10 right now. Here's Acosta for 3. No. Rebound drops to the hands of Sarigumba, and Talavera gives up a foul.
And with that foul, that puts St. Clair in the penalty.
Moses Mandiria, as well as Ibanez, Angelo Ibanez checking into the game. Here's Sarigumba at the wing. Gets it to Tolentino for the jumper. No. Ibanez with the rebound. Borcelo trying to get loose. Gives it up to Acosta. The three-pointer no good. Mandiria.
A good tip there by Tolentino.
And here's Sarigumba looking for a lane. Goes up. Layup is wild. And ball will go to the Saints. Bautista checking in for Drick Acosta.
Acosta had 2 wide open looks from 3, just unable to knock it down.
Horns play called out by Bohorcelo. He's now on the attack. Gets it to Ibanez for the jumper. Too strong. Pass was tipped. Manzano the layup, no good.
Well, even the point-blank shots of St. Clair have been missing here in the second quarter.
They have only scored 5 points so far as Tolentino knocks down another 3.
Mandiria needs to close out on Tolentino. That matchup will be in Tolentino's favor if he stays out in the perimeter.
Here's Bohorcelo calling for Horns once again. Bautista for 3, short. Ball saved by Manzano, but to the hands of Sarigumba. Sarigumba could not control his dribble.
Could have passed it off since they had the numbers 3-on-2 break there.
Miss on the 3 by Ibanez.
Mandiria hasn't been able to get a rebound. The Red Lions have been putting 2 or 3 bodies on him.
I think that strategy is pulling off as Zairos Mina with his 3rd triple.
Back-to-back 3-pointers now for the Red Lions. Tolentino and now Mina extending this lead.
And Alioso saying that he's gonna foul because they had 2 to give. It's a 16-point lead for San Beda right now. As Hamora checks into the game. Who is he checking in for?
For Mina.
For Mina.
Yes, for defensive purposes, a bit quicker.
Oh, that is the wrong foul to give up.
Right, even though you have another foul to give, as the clock is winding down, obviously the other team is going to try and attempt a shot, and that is definitely not the best time to commit a foul, and that is also Alge Alioso's 3rd foul.
Hale had to step out. As Hawkins checks back in. First one goes in for Justin Bautista. Second one also goes in. Chance for a heave, no. And the San Beda Red Lions outscore the St. Clair Saints 19-7 in this quarter, en route to a 14-point lead, 34-20. As we take a look at the move of the half, this was that nice find by MJ Vailoses to Doms. Sorry, that's Bonzalida, JC Bonzalida, getting the basket and the harm. That is the move of the half. This is the National Developmental Sports League Basketball Series 2025. The score is 34-20. We'll be back. At the half, the score is 34-20. It's a 14-point lead for the San Beda Red Lions over the St. Clair Saints as we take a look at some highlights from the first half. What are your impressions of the first half, Kyle?
Well, good ball movement by the Red Lions allowed them to get some easy looks, especially from the perimeter. Mina, Tolentino, and Aliosa have punished them from deep. And the points from turnovers as well, another glaring stat here, 14-4 in favor of the Red Lions. They've generated some turnovers and they were able to convert on the other end.
And right now, the top performers of the first half, we've got Justin Bautista with 4 for the St. Clair Saints. Meanwhile, on the other end, you've got Zairos Mina with 10 off of 3 triples.
Third quarter.
The Saints will have first possession. Gazingan, quick trigger, no.
Wasting no time trying to make up for this 14-point lead. This Gazingan, and we all know he can light it up and get hot in a hurry.
As JB Lim tipped that ball out of bounds. It's Hamora, Hawkins, Tolentino, Kuldora, and Mina for the Red Lions.
And the ball hit Hamora's leg on its way out. So good defense by the Saints.
Meanwhile, for the Saints, it is Acosta, Lim, Gazingan, Bautista, and Mandiria. Here's Gazingan. He is not gun-shy. Lim had to give it up. Bautista goes up with a layup, no. Rebound, scramble, won by the Red Lions. Mina at the corner, he's up against Gazingan. Tolentino for 3, no. Rebound goes to Bautista. This is reminiscent of our first quarter. First few minutes passing by with no team getting a score, and Mandiria is on the floor.
He's holding on to the back of his left knee. His left leg might be his hamstring. Not sure what happened on that last play there. Our officials are going to review, but Mandiria visibly shaken up and walking gingerly. Still favoring that left leg.
And our referees will take a look at what transpired.
Might have been a collision with him and Hawkins, but of course our officials will take a look again just to make sure that they get the right call.
The score is 34-22. 8 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. Of course, Moses Mandiria, important player for the Saints. They cannot afford to lose another important player. They already are playing without Leonard Desabel.
And without Mandiria, the lineup looks a lot shorter if you take him off the floor, with Manzano probably the only legitimate big man right now for the Saints. And it looked like Mina clipped Mandiria's leg here on this handoff.
Yeah, it seems that it probably got stuck and he twisted it a bit.
It didn't seem as there was anything intentional on the part of Mina, as he wasn't. It didn't seem as he was even aware that it happened. So ball will stay with the Red Lions.
Here's Kuldora. Has a lane to the basket, but he's blocked by Bautista. And Tolentino is called for the foul.
Only foul number 13, Tolentino. This first team foul, San Beda.
Bautista triggering the inbound. Asking for the ball to get rotated. Gazingan pulls up. No. Ball will stay with the Saints. They've got 14 seconds on their shot clock. Acosta up against Kuldora. Gets it to Lim. 8 seconds on the clock. Acosta, the fadeaway is short, but he gets another rebound.
Oh, Cordura missed box out there. He should put a body on every Saints player after a shot attempt.
From the corner, no good.
He's still been trying to force those outside jumpers, but luckily for St. Clair, JB Lim gets the possession back.
Fresh shot clock for the Saints. Lim gets it to Gazingan. They're also really trying to get him going, but he's missing. Here's Hamora, gets a screen from Hawkins. Hamora is able to get the foul and the basket. JB Lim will be assessed that foul.
That's why sometimes as guards, we're taught to jump off of 2 feet or get that 2-foot jump stop in the paint. That will allow you to make better decisions on the floor instead of jumping off of 1 foot. A good move there by Hamora, getting that deep into the paint. Somehow he was able to knock that shot down, even with Mandiria nearby. Okay, Hamora hailing from Davao, and now with Sam Beda. Also a member of the Gilas under-23 3x3 team.
So several of these San Beda players part of that pool. And that ball was last touched on St. Clair.
St. Clair has to be careful. The lead is already at 15. We all know they can also make a run themselves, but they don't want to dig themselves too deep of a hole here as we head into the latter part of our championship game already in the 3rd quarter.
Amora getting a screen from Torres. Here's Sarigumba on the attack. He is blocked once again by Mandiria.
He's been constantly challenging the defense of Mandiria. Mandiria, though, using that length to stifle Sarigumba.
But on the other end, Bautista is called for the traveling violation. Here's Bonzalida. Gets it to Sarigumba. Hamora getting a screen from Torres. Kick out to Mina for 3. Yes, sir!
You have to close out hard on Mina and make him put that ball on the floor. And that's his favorite shot, that set 3-pointer.
5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It's now an 18-point lead for the San Beda Red Lions. Bohorcelo pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Rebound going to Sarigumba, but a foul will be called on Torres.
Torres getting a little too physical there with Mandiria. Mandiria seems to still be favoring that left leg as Alyoso checks back in.
14 seconds on the shot clock for the Saints. Manzano, he has not been as effective as his last game. And Borcelo, the floater, no good. And Sarigumba grabbing that board.
The usual scorers for St. Clair just haven't been able to find their groove here in this game so far. The likes of Acosta and Gazingan, even Borcelo, not as consistent as we normally see them. And I guess you can also credit the defense of San Beda making some adjustments from their previous matchup.
And that was what Daniel reported about earlier in the pregame. That they really looked at what they needed to improve on based on their previous game against St. Clair. The Saints calling for an out of bounds there, saying that Bonzalida had not established his position back on the court. Play continues. Miss by San Beda. Here's Borcelo getting Mina backpedaling, but Mina still blocks the shot from Bohorcelo.
And the ball goes back to the Red Lions. So good defense there, even with a series of moves by Bohorcelo. Mina just sliding his feet and getting that block at the last second.
And Zairos Mina has already affected this game on the offensive end. That time showing his impact on the defensive end.
A true definition of a 3-and-D player is Zairos Mina. He's already the leading scorer for the Red Lions so far and playing tremendous defense as well.
So here is Sarigumba, kicks it out. Bonzalida, he's open for three! Off the back iron. JB Lim, he sees 4 red shirts in front of him and slows things down. Ibanez over to Mandiria on the attack. Layup is too strong, but the putback is there for Clint Manzano, plus the foul.
Manzano has always been known to do the dirty work for the Saints, getting those offensive rebounds.
Take a look at that play once again. Against 2 red shirts, Manzano gets the rebound and the putback. And that's good for Manzano. He now has 5 points in this ball game. Alioso gets a screen from Torres. Kicks it out. Sarigumba, extra pass. Bonzalida, the floater is up. Too strong. But they get another possession. They go to the corner. Alioso for 3. No!
A lucky break there for the Saints as Alioso was just in and out on that 3.
Lim to Gazingan. He just has not gotten into rhythm, and you were asking if that early unsportsmanlike foul took him out of his rhythm, and I think we have our answer.
And Gazingan is a rhythm player. Is someone who, when he's hot, but when he's cold, right now he can't throw a rock in the ocean.
Frigid as Dante's Inferno. As MJ Vailoses shoots from the free throw line. His first 2 points. Here's Gazingan once again. Loses the dribble. Alioso, he's got Vailoses and Sarigumba, but the pass is a little behind. Torres to Vailoses. He will spot up for 3. No. Bit of color between Ibanez and Bonzalida. As Lim gets the basket.
Good move by JB Lim. He needs to make his mark on this game.
And we've got 2 minutes and change here in the third quarter. 15-point lead for the Red Lions. Alioso to the corner. Bonzalida for 3. No. Chasing after the ball is Torres. And he saves it to Vailoses.
Good hustle there from Inigo Torres.
Just a little bit more energy from the side of the Red Lions. Bonzalida for the jumper. No.
But still nothing for Bonzalida. After getting that end one layup earlier, has gone cold from the field.
Here's Lim. Ball is tipped away by Vailoses. Sarigumba asking for it. He'll attack. Torres. Baseline jumper is in.
A rare jump shot from Inigo Torres. Doesn't really show his offensive capabilities that often, as he's usually in there to do the dirty work and get set screens and get rebounds. But that time,
as Lex Gazingan finally gets one to go. And that forces a timeout from San Beda. It's a 14-point lead. We'll be back.
Saints are determined to turn things around with the Red Lions keeping them behind. Coach Gino Manansala told the players that this is the game where they will learn a lot because the things they were trying to avoid, such as unnecessary fouls, getting hurt, and more has already happened. Now, in order to make the most out of the second half, they have to do all things extra. Coach Gino added that with extra hustle, that will be the key to winning. No other shenanigans, just extra hustle and extra effort. Let's see if the Saints will be able to put those things to work. Joel and Kyle?
And thank you for that report, Daniel. And she did say at the top of the game that they are looking to eliminate bad habits, and you can learn a lot from games like these, where there's a lot of adversity for the St. Clair Saints. They can really point out what needs to be improved.
And right now, that seems to be their transition defense, as the Red Lions had 14 points from turnovers in the first half.
As Bailo says, he will challenge the defense of Mandiria. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll go back to the Saints.
But as far as offense goes, the Saints have gotten good looks. It's just that they haven't been able to knock them down. The likes of Ibanez and Gazingan have been cold from the field for majority of this game. Prior to that three-pointer by Gazingan, that could give him his rhythm back.
As Hamora claiming that JB Lim hooked. But Hamora already had his hand on the back of JB Lim while that was happening. Yeah, through 3 quarters, well, in the first half that is, the Saints were shooting 32% as Lim loses his footing. Free underneath is Manzano. The shot is up and in.
A breakdown on the defense there by the Red Lions. Almost got the steal, but Manzano turns it into 2 points instead.
You just can't discount the heart of champions. This is a 12-point lead, but you can feel that the energy of the Saints is going up. Hamora misses. Rebound goes to Manzano. Shot clock is off.
That's right, last shot here for the St. Clair Saints.
As Manzano, after crashing into Hawkins, crumples to the floor and clutches onto his left foot.
And with that foul by Hawkins, it will be 2 free throws for St. Clair, and Manzano is supposed to be taking those 2 free throws, but right now he's still visibly in pain, as our medical team on their way right now to take a look at Manzano. So not a good sign, seeing as they're already missing Desabel. And now Manzano, I mean, they share similar duties for this team, almost the same position as well, playing the 3 and 4 spot. So this could be a big blow, but hopefully for Coach Janino, Manzano will just shake this off and be able to finish this game. But right now,
he's
doesn't
unable to put
weight.
any weight on that foot.
And that's not a good sign, seeing as he's being helped on to the sidelines. He saw an opening and tried to attack the defense of Lawrence Hawkins. Hawkins got called for the foul. Coach Andre was asking for an offensive foul here as Manzano barreled his way into Hawkins, and then it seems as though he twisted that left foot. Let's look at it here once again. Take a look at Manzano's feet, his left foot in particular.
Yeah, he did twist his left foot. So it wasn't, well, sprained ankles, those are usual things that happen in basketball. We just hope that it's nothing more serious than that. He is still on the seat. I think that he's being attended to, as Ibanez will miss on the 3. And so at the end of 3 quarters, it's a 12-point lead for the San Beda Red Lions, 44-32. Kyle and I will be back for the 4th quarter. This is the NDSL Basketball Series 2025. And you're still with us here for the NDSL Basketball Series 25 under finals between the St. Clair Saints and the San Beda Red Lions. As we are about to start the fourth quarter, it's a 12-point lead for the Red Lions, 44-32. And we are here at the Met Park Sports Center for this final game of the first conference or the basketball series, NDSL. On the floor for the Red Lions is Tolentino, Amora, Hawkins, Vailoses, and Culdora. Meanwhile, for the Saints, you've got Lim, Bautista, Mandiria, that's Acosta, and Gazingan. Pass is tipped, recovered by Vailoses. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Vailoses goes up, layup is up and in.
And that's the type of assertiveness that I want to see from him, given that he's only a rookie, but we all know what he's capable of. And if he's given that confidence by Coach Andre to take those types of shots, things will work even better for the Red Lions.
Acosta, double teamed, kicks it out to Bautista. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Acosta up against Culdora. Gazingan for three, no. Good boxing out by Hawkins, not allowing Mandiria anywhere close to that ball. Stepping on the baseline was Culdora.
For St. Clair, I would like to see Gazingan try to do something else on offense, seeing as his outside shot isn't falling. Try to attack the basket, seeing as he does have that foot speed to beat his defender off the dribble.
And we have seen it happen where shooters, whenever their outside shot isn't going, they try to go in first. They try to get something going inside, closer to the basket, just to be able to see that ball going in. As that's a miss by Drick Acosta. Mandiria spinning, but still missing. Bautista, his pass outside is picked off by Hamora.
Well, the defense of San Beda suffocating in that possession.
Here's Culdora at the 4-point line, gets it to Vailoses. Kick out to Tolentino, three is short. Battle for the loose ball. Ball ends up in the hands of Vailoses.
Right now, the 50-50 ball is being won by the Red Lions, and these extra possessions could hurt the Saints.
So can that. It's a triple from Culdora.
And Culdora, another recruit of San Beda from the province, from Cebu. Also a decent offensive player.
And Loyola will check into the game. As we've got a report from Daniel.
At the moment, Clint Manzano is experiencing extreme pain on his left ankle after twisting it. After trying to put some weight on it, unfortunately, Clint had mentioned that he's not sure if he'll be able to bear the pain and come back to play. But a true sportsmanship feel. The Red Lions PT was also helping out and assisting Clint Manzano with his ankle. With the absence of Clint, let's see how the Saints will adjust to that. Joel and Kyle?
Thank you for that report, Daniel. We wish the best for Clint Manzano, but just moments ago, we witnessed a Momo Jam. Two-handed slam from Moses Mandiria. As Vailoses will get that layup to bounce in.
Against the help side defense of Mandiria, no less. Strong drive to the hoop by Vailoses.
And the Red Lions staying on top. Acosta surveying the field. Gets it underneath to Mandiria, who loses the possession, but they recover it. Talavera is fouled on that attempt.
St. Clair needs to try and out-hustle the Red Lions, seeing as they're down by 17 right now. In the 50-50 balls at the hustle point, still going the way of San Beda. St. Clair needs to match or even surpass the energy by the Red Lions if they hope to cut this lead down. They still have 6 minutes, 48 seconds remaining. Still a lot of time for St. Clair to get back in this game.
It's a 17-point lead at the moment. Chance for Talavera, Joshua Talavera, to cut it down to 15. Okay. Coach Janine Manansala signaling the kind of defense that they're going to employ after these free throws.
I would expect them to press here. Seeing as they are down, they have to speed the tempo up and try to generate some turnovers, which they can then convert to easy baskets.
Here's Bonzalida pitching it ahead to Vailoses. Vailoses gives it up to Torres for the easy shot.
A second jumper already for Inigo Torres. Seems to have worked on his offensive game here in the offseason.
Brings that lead back up to 17. Loyola to Gazingan. Gazingan for the layup. No. And he will go to the line for 2.
And this trip to the free throw line could open things up again for Gazingan, at least offensively. If he sees that ball go through the hoop, that he can make it could make him more comfortable to once again take those long bombs that he's accustomed to.
And Lex Gazingan. First free throw is a little too strong. He has good form and follow through. It's just a matter of getting the right.
Uncharacteristic misses for Gazingan for a shooter of his caliber.
Exactly. 0 for 2 there. The first one was too strong. The second one was too soft. Here's Alioso. Wanted to get it to Torres, but Mandiria there with a block that looked like a volleyball block. Alioso triggering the inbound. Off to Torres. Vailoses attacks Gazingan's defense, and he will draw a foul.
He had Gazingan on his hip and at his mercy. Good job there by Vailoses, not settling for jumpers, instead attacking the basket, even with Mandiria in the paint.
Vailoses at the line for 2. Gets the first.
And ever since foreign student athletes got banned in the NCAA teams have sort of had some difficulties going up against schools with foreign student athletes, but these off-season leagues are doing a good job of allowing them to experience playing against teams with foreign student athletes again, and get used to playing with taller players.
That's right. Helps acclimate them to those tournaments where other teams are allowed foreign student athletes. As a double team on Mandiria. Results in the ball going out of bounds. 10 seconds on the shot clock for St. Clair. Ibanez will trigger the inbound. Underneath, Mandiria with the basket. And full court press being employed by St. Clair. Puldora gets it to Bonzalida. Vailoses looks up at the clock. Bonzalida from the corner bounces out. Ball is tipped from the hands of Mandiria, but the refs call a whistle. Hawkins and Saricumba check into the ball game for Torres and Puldora. And Zairos Mina checking back into the game for MJ Vailoses.
Quality minutes off the bench for Vailoses.
Here's Loyola. Gets it to Talavera. Gazingan just has not gotten his game going. Extra pass, Talavera inside for the basket.
A good pass there coming from Ibanez.
Here's Sarigumba.
Crossing the half-court line just in time.
And he was up against two blue shirts at that. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Will stay with St. Clair.
Coach Andre not happy with Sarigumba's decision-making on that last play.
As a timeout is called on the floor, the score is 55-40 in favor of San Beda. We'll be back. And we're glad that you could join us wherever you're streaming these ball games, whether it's on the NDSL official Facebook page or the Nudge Plus Facebook page. We hope that you're enjoying the NDSL basketball series. We are slated to have several other sports in the pipeline. Those announcements will come out on the Facebook page. So if you haven't liked the page yet, please do like it so that you'll get updated whenever we have new things, new sports, and upcoming tournaments, whether it's in basketball, volleyball, or any other sports that we have in line. Currently, it is a 15-point lead for the San Beda Red Lions. And the Saints hoping to claw their way back into this ball game. Joel Farcon and Kyle Sanchez on the call alongside the third member of our panel, Daniel Aguardia, on the sidelines, giving us valuable insights throughout this ball game. Bunzalida for three, off the back iron. Hawkins tried to get that board.
Still some time left here for the Saints. Only a 15-point difference, 3 minutes, 36 seconds remaining. Still realistic and within the realms of possibility for them to get back into this game.
Here's Bautista up against Alioso. Ball is tipped and the foul will be called on Aljon Alioso.
And that will be his fourth foul and also the fourth team foul for the Red Lions.
And Tolentino and Hamora check back into the game. Quick shuffling of players for Coach Andre. Gazingan. Ball is tipped by Dom Sarigumba. 7 seconds left on the shot clock for the Saints. Lim. Ball is blocked by Hamora. Oh!
Miscommunication there between Hamora and Tolentino, but terrific block by Kyle Hamora, timing it perfectly against JB Lim, and only a second remaining. The Red Lions can't afford to foul here.
Bautista, eye in the sky. And a foul is called. That's exactly what you were saying they needed to avoid.
I think that would be on Sarigumba, trying to go up for that shot, and it's going to be difficult for anyone to try and block the shot of Mandiria, especially when he jumps that high off the floor.
You can see there he clipped the left arm of Moses Mandiria. but Mandiria has been missing his free throws.
Mandiri also was a consistent free throw shooter in their last matchup. Oddly enough, also missing his gimmies today, together with Gazingan, who went 0 from 2 also.
So cold shooting for the St. Clair Saints. As the whistle is blown, foul will be called on Bautista. Sarigumba triggering the inbound. Gets it to Alioso. Here's Hawkins. Out to Hamora. Hamora shot is up and in.
Slowed down a bit there to throw off the defense. Nevertheless, still got it to go off the glass.
Brings that lead up to 17, 57 to 42 and a half minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Gazingan from 24 feet, no. Rebound goes to Bailoses. Pitches it ahead to Sarigumba. Sarigumba on the drive, loses the ball. Fights for it. Ball is still loose. And it will be a jump ball situation. Possession arrow pointing the way of St. Clair. And Mina will check back into the game for Dom Sarigumba. So it seems as if Coach Ginino Manansala hoisting up the white flag. All right, and after this tournament, of course, we are going to have the NDSL 3x3 on June 12 and 13. There are still a few slots remaining, and there is still the early bird registration ongoing. So for those of you who are interested, it's only 15,000 if you register before June 6, 2025. And also, on June 25, NDSL volleyball will begin. Registration fee for that is 50,000 pesos per team only. We hope that you can join us. These are some of the tournaments and leagues that we have in line. So we have a 3x3 basketball, both men and women for the 3x3 basketball. And also for volleyball, we have that in line, men and women as well. Open to ex-pros and collegiate teams. So if you're interested, just message us on the Facebook page of the National Developmental Sports League. So as I was mentioning earlier, it seems that Coach Ginino Manansala has already hoisted up the white flag. They're down by 15 with 1.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
And that injury to Manzano earlier really dampened the hopes of the Saints here as he fell to the floor going up for a shot against Hawkins.
And aside from those two tournaments that I just mentioned, the 3x3 basketball and volleyball in this coming June, the second conference of NDSL basketball is happening starting July 22, 2025. Also still 19 and 25 under for only 25,000 pesos as a registration fee. We've seen the good competition that we have here in the first conference. For the second conference, we hope to get more teams to join and for the competition to continue. If your team is looking, whether you're a club team or a school-based team, if you're looking for a tournament that you can join where you can go up against tough, good competition, the NDSL is that tournament for you.
I hope they come out with a NDSL alumni division. But that goes against the
NDSL
developmental.
25 and over.
Yes, way over.
51 seconds to go in the quarter. It's already a foregone conclusion. The San Beda Red Lions will nab the inaugural trophy for the National Developmental Sports League 25 under
And
division.
Bailos is putting that final nail in the coffin with that corner three-pointer.
17-second shot clock.
And despite the humongous 21-point lead, the Red Lions are still going at it 100%.
And with that Bailos' steal, it's going to be the final possession of this game. It doesn't look like the Red Lions will attempt a shot here, as both teams already meeting each other at half court.
And so congratulations are in order for the San Beda Red Lions, defeating the St. Clair Saints 63-42 en route to winning the inaugural trophy of the National Developmental Sports League Basketball Series 25 and under division.
And this championship was a, before we get to that, this is our move of the game, that drive by Losas attacking the defense of Mandiria.
Several people tried to attack the defense of Mandiria. Bailoses was one of the few who were successful. And that's the move of the game. You were saying something earlier.
Well, this championship was a bit anticlimactic compared to their last meeting, wherein it was a back and forth affair. Well, of course, St. Clair got away with a victory there, a 52-39 win. But this time, the Red Lions pulling off a 63-42 victory. And the poor shooting of St. Clair really hurt them here in this game. They had a lot of good looks from the field. Were just unable to knock them down, and add to that the unfortunate injury to Manzano, which further dampened their hopes here. And already missing the services of Desabel. The hot shooting, meanwhile, of the Red Lions early on allowed them to get an early lead, led by Mina and Ron Rey Tolentino.
As we will now listen to the school hymn of San Beda University, the inaugural champions of the 25 under division of the National Developmental Sports League.
And now let's hear the hymn for St. Clair College of Caloocan.
Hope of the future lies in our hand to grace tomorrow's dream. With just one voice we
And these are our two teams. As we also have our player of the game. It's none other than MJ Vailoses, and he is with Daniel right now.
Thank you so much, Joel and Kyle. So MJ, you really claimed redemption this time around and really did win the championship title against St. Clair. So what did you do differently this time around?
Um, nag nag-step up lang ako kasi wala yung mga main man namin sina Aldo, sina Dan po, and yun. Nagte-take over na lang po ako sa game po. Yun. And grateful po ako na binigyan po ako ng chance na maglaro po ni Coach Andre po.
Of course, this is already a big win for you and your team as you are, building this momentum and chemistry for your team. What will this do for your career and then moving forward?
Baka maybe this coming season po, may malaking playing time po ako, and yun po, di naman madali yung yung makuha ko yung playing time po. Trabahuin ko lang po muna sa ensayo and sa pag-extra po. And magpasalamat po kay Lord na binigay po yung panalo po ngayon.
Okay, thank you so much once again. Congratulations, MJ, for that amazing performance. And of course, it is Sanbed Elias. Let's get back to you, Joel and Kyle.
And congratulations, MJ Vailoses and the San Beda Red Lions for winning this inaugural championship for the NDSL Basketball Series 25 under and 2025 series. So, any final notes about this game, this season, the San Beda Red Lions?
Well, congratulations to the NDSL for a successful inaugural season, and congratulations to our 19 and under champions earlier, the Perpetual Junior Altas, this time for our 25 and under division, the San Beda Red Lions. A good sign of the future, as this is the Team B of the Red Lions, so you can see who will potentially move on up to the Team A, and nothing but good things to come for this team and for St. Clair as well.
And Zyros Mina has just been announced as the season MVP for the for 25 under division. Zyros Mina, the streak shooter of the San Beda Red Lions, 38% shooter from the outside. And he is one of those guys who, when he gets hot, you know that it's a good thing for the team.
And it's easy to sometimes overlook these role players who are just 3-and-D players and don't really contribute as much as statistics-wise. But this time it was Mina's day, as he shot pretty well from the field in the first half, and that allowed the Red Lions to get a comfortable lead. And from then on, the other players took over with Hamora and Alyoso and Vailoses doing some damage as well. It was a complete team effort, but for today it was both Vailoses and Mina who did a very good job of carrying their team. Special shout out as well to Ron Tolentino, who had a good first quarter as well.
Of course, so congratulations to the San Beda Red Lions for winning the inaugural championship of the NDSL. And so on behalf of my partner, Kyle Sanchez, the third member of our panel, Daniel Laguardia, and the hardworking men and women of Nudge Plus and the NDSL, this has been Joel Parcon. We hope to see you in the future tournaments. Please do like our social media pages and the National Developmental Sports League and Nudge Plus. We hope to see you in the future games. Ayo mong tanan, mga bay.